Welcome guys. I've been a teacher for donkey's years now and I've got a garage full of junk, like thousands and thousands of resources I've built up over the years. However, if some kind of freaky weird burglar came and robbed pretty much everything out of that garage, there's probably one resource I'd be most devastated at, and I would hope they would leave just this one, and that is the ultimate. It is rhythm sticks. These are definitely my favorite early phonics resource, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly why. So this is Early Impact. Let's do this. So I'm going to show you my favourite 7 rhythm sticks games, and at the very end the giant is going to get unleashed out of the cave as well, so you want to definitely stick around for that. Rhythm sticks look a bit like this. It is literally just 2 sticks. If you've got claves, great, that's all you need. You could use something like sticks from outside potentially, or chopsticks. Also bought some. I'll put a link in the description to the ones I've bought. These are good as well. 2 per child, simple as that. Children sit in a circle, give them out. One top tip, I always get them to hold them like this to start with. And I'm quite harsh. I'll say, you must hold like this or I will take them off you. So if there's any of hitting your friends or whacking other people, that kind of stuff, take them off them straight away and get off to a good start. Right, now that harsh tip is over, let's have a look at the games. Game number 1 is the chop game. This involves a classic chant from yesteryear. I'll teach you the chant. It goes like this: chop, chop, choppity chop. Have a go teach the kids that. Then the next bit goes: chop off the bottom and chop off the top. If you have super skillful children, you can go a bit like choppity chop and hit the syllables of the words, but I just go for on the beat, a bit like chop, chop, choppity chop. Just keep it nice and simple. So do that chant, then you need some food in a bag. You could have real food, or I've got some fake food, whatever works for you. This is what you're gonna chop up. It's a pretend cooking game, this one. So for example, we have an orange. And the idea of this is you're all going to try and hit the syllables of the word with the sticks and then count them as well. So it'll look a bit like this: orange, 1, 2, orange, 1, 2. And you'll do that. Do it a few times. Another great way of doing this game is using interesting voices. For example, this time we've got sausages out the bag, and we're going to do it in our best ghost voice. We're going to go a bit like sausages. 1, 2, 3. Other good voices you can use are things like a tiger, a princess, an alien, a robot, all that kind of stuff. If they're really interested in something, I would do that. If they love the Hulk, for example, or have a go your best Hulk voice. It gets the more reluctant children interested, and that is what you want. There we go, that's the chop game. Super simple, give it a whirl. Next game is a rhythm bag game. The beauty of these sticks is you can teach lots of different skills. You can teach alliteration, blending, segmenting, loads of different things, but they are really, really good for rhythm. And you can play all sorts of fantastic rhythm games. One of the great tricks you can do is invent your own game. It's very simple. All you need is some kind of bag or a box and a few random objects, and you put them into the bag, and then you just try hitting the syllables of the words of the objects in the bag. Having a bag just adds a bit of drama, a bit of excitement. It's so simple, but it's just sort of interesting, and children get curious what is inside the bag. So it's good if you pick a topic that children are interested in. You could, for example, have vehicles. You often have lots of kids that are really obsessed with vehicles. Just put a few vehicles in a bag. Then you could have like lorry, 1, 2, truck, 1, all that kind of stuff. Combine harvester, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If they love superheroes, put some superheroes in a bag. If they love, unicorns or something, put some of them in. I've got an absolute classic here, which is jungle animals, which is obviously something that lots of children are excited by. And some kind of chant or song really brings it to life. If you know a chant or a song that goes with the theme, use it. It just gets them looking interested and wanting to have a go. So you might have heard the Walking Through the Jungle chant. It goes a bit like, walking through the jungle, what do I see? Then have a look at some of the objects in the bag. For example, we have a crocodile. Let's have a go at the word crocodile. Crocodile, 1, 2, 3. Crocodile, 1, 2, 3. Everyone join in. Hit them, each word, hit it a few times, and that really, really helps. If you're liking these games so far, then please do hit that like button under this video. Just give it a little dink. I should say, hit the like button, hit the like button. Just, if you don't mind, hitting the like button, that would really, really help spread this video to a much wider audience. So yeah, a little dink of the like button. Thank you so very much. Next game is the Music Ted game. This is an absolute beast. Pretty much all you need for this is some kind of teddy. Whatever, teddy or puppet you've got, or a finger puppet or something, that would work brilliantly. There's a song for this as well. Some of these games have songs with them that are all professionally recorded. that go along with some of these games. All these games feature in my online course, the Phase 1 Phonics Tool Bag. It's my full early phonics system, a full online training course with 100+ exciting games. And anyway, I'll put a link under the video. You can check that out if you want. Anyway, let's play this game. So we've got a music TED and we've got a song. Let me just play the song. Here we go.
Have you seen the music TED? The music TED, the music TED. Have you seen the music TED? He's just got out of bed.
So there we go. To get all the children to play along to that song, hitting the sticks, have you seen the music TED? And then the exciting bit, the music TED is going to whisper in my ear how to play the rhythm sticks. For example, he'll say things like, can we play them quietly? Can we play them loudly? Can we play them quickly? Simple concept. Even very, very young children can have a go at this game and have a reasonable go. You can make it tricky if you want. You can use things like more tricky language and vocabulary. For example, can we play them rapidly? Another tricky way of making it a little bit more challenging is you can use 2 words, and that really gets them thinking. A bit more memory involved for the kids. Can we play them slowly and quietly? A lot of these games, there's an easy version, a medium version, and a hard version as well. I would always start easy, but you can always make them harder. Next game is Hit the Words. For this, there is another song. It goes to the music of the Addams Family. It goes about this. Hit the words. Hit the words. You get the idea of that. And the children all join in, singing the song and hitting the sticks at the same time. The idea now is that you pick a simple phrase. A simple phrase, and the children are going to hit the words in the phrase. It could be something like, brush your teeth. And they'll go a bit like, brush your teeth. 1, 2, 3. Brush your teeth. 1, 2, 3. And do it a few times. Give them a fighting chance. It might be something like, go on the bus. Go on the bus. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go on the bus. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can use interesting voices for this one. For example, you could speak like an alien or a princess. Let's try like an alien, and we're going to say, go to the zoo. Go to the zoo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to the zoo. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a great game for early sentence writing. It's starting the process of breaking up a long stream of words into their component words. And just doing this kind of game verbally really helps breaking up the language into the words and get them thinking about, language in chunks. This is a great game for just laying the foundation for that kind of thing. Next game is segmenting. Segmenting is a tricky skill. It's basically just getting a word and splitting it up into the sounds that make up that word. For example, the word sock, when segmented with the sticks, would be a bit like sock. I always do this at the end, but if you do something different, please just stick with that. Just pick a few different words, all join in at the same time. A great way of doing segmenting in a fun and practical way. Another great game to try is hitting words in stories. I would only do this with a book that children know really, really well. So read it quite a few times first, but then you can always bring it to life in different ways. Some books are better than others for this. If you can find a book with lots of sound effects in, then that is absolutely perfect. This is like an absolute old classic, this one. This Peace at Last book. Great sound effects book. In this book, there's all sorts of awful noises going on when Mr. Bear is trying to get to sleep. For example, his son is going meow and all this kind of stuff for the pretend planes. The clock is going tick-tock and cuckoo as well. The fridge is going And basically the way I like to try and get the children to interact with this book is you read it, but you bring the sound effects to life by hitting the sticks. So for example, on this page, the fridge is going and the tap is going drip, 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 drip. Just get them all joining in with that is fantastic. Another great thing about this book is Mr. Bear always says the same thing on every page. He always says, "Oh no," said Mr. Bear. "I can't stand this." And he says the same thing again and again on every single page. And there's loads of books like this where the character just says the same thing again and again. So it's great for the children to be able to hit that repeated refrain as well. I just do a quick demo of this page here. On this page, Mr. Bear, he's in the front room. The living room clock is going tick-tock and cuckoo. And then he says his bit as well. So you go a bit like tick-tock went the living room clock. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Now the cuckoo as well. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Now Mr. Bear does his bit. "Oh no," said Mr. Bear. "I can't stand this." There's so many skills involved. There's all this speaking and listening. There's a vocabulary. There's remembering what characters say. There's so many things happening, and it's just a great cocktail of fabulous early phonics. If you're finding these games useful, then check out my free training, there's a link underneath this video, totally free, lots and lots of practical games in this training. There's about 25 exciting early phonics games, alliteration, blending, segmenting, listening games. There's all sorts going on, so check that out, totally free, and the link is under the video. Area number 7 is storytelling, and it's time to unleash the giant out of the cave. Very exciting. What you do for this, children sit in a circle, and what you do, as the adults, you just make up some kind of story. It doesn't have to make much sense, but what you do, you make up a story and you add lots of sound effects into the story, and the children join in with the sticks and bringing it all to life. For example, it might be a giant stamping, going to be like stamp, stamp, stamp. It might be a little mouse going squeak, squeak, squeak. Lots of different characters, lots of noises. You can add visuals into the story as well. It's good for things like a witch's hat or a unicorn horn. So I'll just make up a very quick story, but just imagine the kids all joining in, bringing it to life. So it's about the giant that I mentioned before. The giant is in his cave and he goes stamping across the cave. Stamp, stamp, stamp. He roared a terrible roar. Roar. Swung open the door of the cave with a creak. There was a mountain. Coming down the mountain was a unicorn with its hooves going. Yay! That is pretty much what you do. If the children can join in and have their own ideas, that is brilliant. That is what you want. If not a disaster. You just make it up yourself and get them all to join in. But there's so much phonics going on once again. There's all the vocabulary, speaking and listening, just pronouncing sounds in the right way, all that kind of stuff. It's all happening. Give it a whirl. Another area of early phonics a lot of people ask me about is alliteration. So I've got a great video for that with all my favourite alliteration games you can try out. That one is going to be popping up onto the screen any moment now, just here. Alliteration video, check that one out. I look forward to seeing you again.